Hello guys and welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda and today we are here with the portrait of Tyrion from Game of Thrones, and I had so much fun doing this one. I honestly had the best time painting Tyrion, and I also am super proud of this, which doesn't happen too often, so I'm really proud of this one. I did colour pick one colour from each section. So from his face I colour picked one colour and then I adjusted to dark and light from that colour this time, instead of just colour picking loads, because I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to try and ease myself away from colour picking and to pick my own colours. So obviously I didn't just go straight in and not pick all of the colours and then just choose them by myself, but I did pick just one. So yeah. And I'm using Krita in this, but very soon all of my portraits will be done with Photoshop, because I decided that Krita has a few problems that I can't kind of fix, and I've uninstalled the program and reinstalled it and tried to adjust all the settings and stuff, and I just can't fix it. So it was annoying me, and I really missed Photoshop because I really like the brushes that Jazza made. So I'm using the brushes that Jazza made. I'm just using the paintbrush, Jazza's paintbrush, Jazza's paint blender, and Jazza's paint detail brush. And I think to sign it I used Jazza's brush pen. Jazza is hard to say. Speaking of Jazza, I actually painted him last week. So if you want to go and see that, then you can. Actually the week before that. And last week I painted Harris. So all of those videos are on my channel if you want to go and see that. Just quickly, while I'm doing what I'm doing here, you can see there's loads of speckles of red and blue over his face, and I do that for texture as well as like an indication that there is veins under there. I learned that from someone, I don't know who it was, I think it was Aaron Rutten. I'm not sure who I learned that from, but it is a really good trick. You know how you see all of his textures in his face? That's from the speckles of blue and red underneath, and you just decrease the opacity and make it better. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing this one. It was fun to do something that, like, I don't want to call him ugly because he's not like really ugly, but he's not the prettiest male, and he's not a woman, and he doesn't have womanly features. He has really manly features, like his nose is like kind of broken looking a little bit, and then he's got scars on his face, and he's also got like extravagant clothing, and then in the background I do my favourite thing for the background when I don't know what to do, is just put a solid colour down and then put all of the colours from the portrait that I done in like a kind of splattered spongy way behind it. So I am really proud of this. In fact, so proud because my dad, when I told him that I had drawn this and showed him it, he asked me if I had cheated. He was like, you must have cheated, you must have just pasted the photo in and then like adjusted it to make it look like a painting. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I painted it. So Dad, if you're watching, because he does subscribe to my art channel, this is how I did it, with a brush in digital. Now that brings me to a point though, like a lot of people don't think that digital painting is real art and that it is easier to do. Well, actually it can be harder to do. If you are really used to traditional painting, then it can be really hard to do. You do have tools in Photoshop that'll help you do it quicker, easier, but you need to learn the program first before you can use those tools. I don't do that. As you can see, I could go around and select his clothing and then just fill it in, but I just painted over it and painted over the lines and then rubbed out the lines around it. That's a slower way to do it in Photoshop, but I prefer it that way just because I like to fill in bits. Another thing is that the disconnect from the graphics tablet to the monitor is really hard to work with, and that's why a lot of artists seek out the screens, but they're really expensive. I really do want to get one of those eventually, but yeah, I just think that digital is a different medium. It's not easier or harder than traditional, it's just a different medium entirely. So there's always a learning curve to different mediums. You can't just go ahead and say, right, I know how to do this now because I'm awesome and it's easy program, you know what I mean? So I still have a lot to learn with Photoshop, and I think that I might get 2 months 3 on Skillshare and use that to learn some stuff, because I do think that Skillshare can teach me some stuff that I need to know. Anyway, I had trouble with his clothing actually, because I sketched it out really sketchy. As you can see, it's not clean lines, but on his top it is clean lines. And I was gonna do the whole select thing like I was talking about before, and select around about it and then fill it in, but it just wasn't working and it was just doing my head in. So I changed the sketch layer to a grey colour, and then I just painted around that freehand, as you can see, and it took forever. This whole portrait took me 5 hours to do. I usually only spend 3 to 4 hours on my portraits, usually around 3.5 hours, but this one took me 5 hours to do, and the more, obviously the more attention to detail you put in it, the better it will be. But I am really happy with it. I'm actually really proud of it. I haven't posted it on social media yet. Well, I have. I posted it on Instagram, but I haven't posted it on Twitter or anything like that, because I scatter my social media accounts. So if you want to see a portrait that I've done like straight away after I've done it, then follow me on Instagram or Facebook and you will be able to see that. I'm kind of transitioning over to my personal Facebook. I don't know if I want to do that yet or not, because it's just confusing. I have a different name on my personal Facebook to my art channels and stuff, so I don't know if I want to do that. And plus I don't really want to change my name to my art name on Facebook, because everybody would be like, you know, people that follow me in real life is like, that's not your name. Or like, that's a weird name. But I just think that a personal Facebook account to use for personal things, just like I do with Twitter, I post personal information on my Twitter page about my family and about what I'm doing and just things and thoughts and feelings and stuff. And maybe if I did that with Facebook as well, I might have a different audience to follow me, I don't know. But my whole point is that I post early on those social media accounts, just so that I have something to post, because if I keep waiting until I post a video, then I end up not posting it at all and forget or whatever. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to use social media to my advantage. So if you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, then the link will be in the description below. I'm also trying to update my website regularly, but I don't know, I think I need to redesign it and make it a little bit more simple. But yeah, I need to redesign it so that the blog part isn't like on the front page, because I would rather showcase art rather than writing first. Anyway guys, that is my whole thoughts on that, and I can't tell you anything about the program because I haven't actually finished watching it, so please no spoilers in the comments, please please please. I just watched the last part of season 5 episode 10, so I am distraught right now, but I'm not going to say anything more than that. But please do not talk about it in the comments below, because I'm going to be finished it by like this, probably before this video goes up, but a lot of people might not have seen it, and if you haven't seen it and don't plan to see it, I think you should. I didn't want to watch it before because every time I walked in on Matt watching it, it was all adult scenes and vulgarness, and I was like, I don't know if I like that kind of thing. But then I started watching it when Matt's mum was up and I was really interested in it, so I've basically been watching it every single day for a month, and I really want to know what happens. I was really sad, and I'm hoping that the thing that made me really sad is not going to actually be true. So yeah, anyway guys, that's the end of the video. Please make sure you stay behind to see the final picture, and also click on any of the links in the end cards at the end. Remember to comment, like and subscribe on the video as well, and I will talk to you later. Bye guys.